On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, hopefully we're going to finish the EXP. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Chair Go, and today we're back with the EXP, and everything else to finish the build is here. We've got this Holley universal quick disconnect kit. I don't know which ball we need, but we need a ball that looks about like that one, about the same size for the throttle quick disconnect. The carburetor is back off, so I can install the quick disconnect. I'm going to put a hole right there and try to install that stud. So that shouldn't be too bad. We'll just drill a little bit of a hole. And the last piece of the puzzle is here from Zap Parts directly. I sent him a message and I said, hey, your universal carb kit here, or the kit that has everything you need, doesn't have an air filter. And he was like, well, it's not supposed to come with an air filter. That's my mistake. I'll send it to you anyway. So I'll put his link in the description below. He didn't have to hook it up, but he definitely did. And he was like, which air filter do you want? Let me know how I can help. So now we have this Redline air filter kit, which is awesome. Let's get this bad boy open. It's a Redline 99217.473, the 2 5/8 tall air filter. Okay, now to open up this Redline air filter kit. Not for use on pollution controlled vehicles. Luckily this is an antique and it's fully exempt from pollution laws. Got no problems with this air cleaner. And that is an interesting vacuum package there. We've got a gasket in here, and we've got this base plate that attaches to the carb, and we've got some clips that hold the whole thing together. Once you put it on, it'll be nice and clean. Should work out. Now we need to figure out which quick disconnect we need to make our throttle linkage complete. This is the Holley 12413 kit. It's universal, it has 4 different studs. You can find this on Amazon. I found it at O'Reilly's, it was on the shelf. So that was a big win because I didn't have to wait. It's actually cheaper at O'Reilly's, but I'll try to put a link in the description below at least. Let's see if I can, it's not that one. That one seems a little too large. This one is a little too small. I should really just get a caliper on this, but that seems like the ideal stud size right there. Let's drill a hole and get this installed. Huh, this thing isn't breaking over like it's supposed to. All right, well, maybe that'll work, and we'll use the speed out to hopefully get our hole started. Whatever this is made out of, it's absolutely bulletproof. Nothing wants to go through it. All right, we got our hole started, which was a big pain. This is the hardest metal I think I've ever drilled through in my life. Then I used the unibit to upsize it and get a nice countersink right there. And now I think our stud fits perfectly. It's about the only place it's possible to make that work. I think we can pop that right on there and now install the carb, finish it up. I'm gonna let that cool off because it is on fire, even after spraying it down with a little bit of knocker loose for lube. Okay, so now I can tighten down or push down our little locking tab on the nut. Make sure this thing doesn't ever back off. Seems like it's on there really well though. And then install our stud. And there's a lock washer going inside. This fits, it's literally perfect. Cranking our stud down here. Have to make sure I don't break it. Gabe and I have been in here playing, and I think we made a lot of progress. We ended up getting the return line off, capping that, because obviously we're not using the return anymore. I am leaving the return hard line. You have to either completely rerun the fuel supply or, cut this bracket off and redo the bracket for the throttle cable. It's a whole big mess. I just want the carburetor on here so we can go to town. And we're gonna do that right now. Here comes the new carb. And I brought gloves out here so I wouldn't get destroyed while I was working on this, but it's too late. What's the point?
That's all right. We can still do this med school style.
Gloves. No, you do yours. I didn't know what med school style was, apparently. I didn't know that somebody else opens them up and then you throw them on.
Yeah, that's how you maintain that sterile field.
I gotcha. Get these nuts on here, get our fuel line on here, And I still have to go get a vacuum tee and hook up the Dizzy because I don't really have a place to put that right now. Zach said this was hard, and I never ended up putting these on because Zach was busy taking the carb on and off every time. He was not wrong. Also, here's our return line that came out, another piece of return line, and this was a coolant bypass that used to run through the intake or something like that, but somebody had hooked it up to a vacuum port, and I'm really happy we caught that. It was completely clogged up, nothing could have ever gotten through there, but we just went ahead and deleted all that and capped it off. We don't need coolant bypasses. This is not carb compliant, I can tell you that. Electric choke, how fancy. Wow, it all worked. 10mm bolts for this clamp that holds the fuel lines and the throttle cable. Step on the throttle for me. Yep. I want to make sure it runs all the way through its cycle.
Like.
Yeah, just take it all the way to the floor, just gently. We're gonna make sure the throttle linkage operates correctly. Go ahead. Nice. I think it works perfectly. All right, we got that clamp back where it belongs. A little knocker loose. Let us slide the fuel line on. Probably won't degrade the fuel line, right? It's fuel line.
It'd be all right.
It's made for petroleum.
Sure.
It rots out after like one day and then just leaves us stranded on the side of the road. Oh, we were wrong.
Yeah, it was a cool story though.
Yeah. Oh, you brought the short filter in case we need it.
Yes, sir.
Genius.
Yeah. Every now and then a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Fire it up, Lamborghini. Pump the gas like 5 times. It's coming.
Yep. Keep going?
Yeah. See what happens. Here's a good thing we didn't hook that coolant line up, right? Anyway, the package we've been waiting for. My old MacBook Pro is 5 years old at least, and I finally bought a new one. It was $4,400. Could have bought like 3 more of these things.
How are you doing today?
Good, how are you guys?
Doing well, thanks.
There you go, thank you.
See you later.
Have a great day.
This box seems exceptionally small. Anyway, it's new stuff day. New MacBook. Oh, look at that. Apple puts a pull tab on the cardboard now. This is not an unboxing channel, usually, except it for car parts.
Too dirty for me.
I know, I shouldn't be touching it, but I will throw away the plastic wrap. Check that out. Anyway, i9, 1TB SSD, Vega 20 Pro, 32 gigs of RAM. I can finally edit 4K real time again. I'm so excited about that. My old one was a champ back in the 1080 days, but I've been struggling for so long editing this footage for you guys when we edit like a complete 4K workflow. So yeah, huge improvement, and new shirts today, Blip Shift shirts. Cars and Coffee, May 4th. That actually sounds kind of fun.
That's your sister's wedding.
Yeah. Oh no! My sister ruined Cars and Coffee for us.
She ruined our rally too.
She did, yeah, we had a rally to go on. All right, Crocky, we're back here in the top secret section of the O'Reillys. No one knows we're back here, of course. Trying to find a plug that we can plug the intake with. I think it's this guy right here. Wow, it's a wild fella right there. Looks like the perfect thread pitch. Wow.
I don't know if I've ever told you how bad your ass is every day.
All right, cool. All right, honestly though, I think that's it. So that should work out for us. Just raided O'Reilly's. We ended up buying like every random thing we could and a new PCB that may or may not fit. We're gonna make it work. Vacuum for the Dizzy. I think it's this T right here. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Cut it right here and hide it a little bit. Let's do that. Clean, clean. And now, throw this in there. Oh, that goes in much nicer. And we can hide this T up under there, because T's are honestly pretty unsightly. So that fixed that, and we're gonna make that just the perfect length there. Look at that. Nice clean vacuum routing there. Okay, that bad boy's tight. I can finally set the air cleaner on here, which solves all the rest of our issues. So there's little lock/crush washers that have to go in here. Make sure you don't drop anything down inside the car while you're doing it. Good luck. I'm trying as hard as I can to go fast and also not drop any hardware. Snug these down, you'll be good to go. These things are not exactly easy to get on, but you can get them on there, pull really hard, and clamp that thing together with your fingers while you're working on it. The EXP is finally complete. It does need a little tuning still. It was cutting out when I tried to actually get into the fuel there. Or maybe it's the kink in the fuel line. We gotta figure that out still. But wow, it accelerates like a boss. I was actually fighting it to accelerate previously, and it's running now. So close, a little bit of tuning, maybe get that kink out of the fuel line, and it's done. The EXP is ready to hit the streets, and I'm ready to cruise around with it. Might take it to the car show tomorrow. A little car show action going on, and I said I'd bring something. I think this is the move. All right, the EXP is done. I can finally open this up and get to editing, and I'm so pumped about the EXP. I'm gonna drive to that car show tomorrow, I'm sure, and then nail the rest of the tune on that carburetor. But it's close, not far from being perfect. Hey, the monster with an I-9. Anyway, time to get to work. That is it for today, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time.